All I'm doing now is trying to allocate capital as efficiently as possible. So I'm just looking at the cross pairs. So I'm looking at the Sol ETH cross. And even though I think ETH goes up a lot, I love ETH, I just think Sol goes up more. So I'm trying to be as effective as possible without going too far out the risk curve and having it all in dog with hat, which chart versus everything else looks incredible, as does Doge, bizarrely. I mean, Doge looks like it looks like that's about to explode. This is the kind of classic dog season. So, you know, it usually goes from this DeFi season, which we had, you know, a few months ago. Then the attention goes into meme season, and then it really goes into the kind of layer ones, layer twos, that kind of stuff.
Raoul, the founder and CEO of Rio Vision, shares several key strategies for maximizing gains during the cryptocurrency bull market. His first rule advises investors to distinguish between their primary holdings and speculative gin bags. While significant profits can be made from the latter, they also carry higher risks, making it crucial to exercise caution. Currently, PAL's primary holdings include top cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, with a particular bullish sentiment towards Solana, which he views as a standout performer in this market cycle. Comparing to Ethereum's previous cycle growth, PAL believes Solana has the potential to surge significantly, potentially up to 47 times from its low before the cycle concludes in 2025. Another fundamental principle PAL advocates is caution when timing the market's peak. While recognizing the importance of securing profits along the way, he emphasizes the value of a buy-and-hold strategy for cryptocurrency investors. PAL elaborates on his investment choices, both for primary holdings and speculative meme coin gin bags, in a recent discussion with YouTuber Scott Melker. He underscores the magnitude of the current bull market, describing it as a golden opportunity for all cryptocurrency investors that should not be squandered. Before we continue with the rest of the video, do check out daily 5-minute crypto newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part is it's absolutely free. They'll cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 50,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
It hasn't really affected retail yet. Yes, it's got the degen crowd, those of us who are in the market and remained in the market, but we haven't sucked in. I mean, I'm not really getting messages from my friends. You know, the only thing I'm getting is, well, you should sell some of your positions soon. You know, I'm still getting some concerned friend faces. And I'm not really getting, hey, you know, what should I be doing here? And that phase is still to come. It's bizarrely quiet. But also don't forget the economy's actually still not very strong. It's still pretty lackluster. And certainly on a global basis, it's not very strong. So people haven't got a lot of spending money either. So they're not throwing money around. It's just those of us who've been in crypto, because our economy is expanding. We've all got money to throw around. But, you know, outside in the normie economy, there's no money to throw around, I think. So somebody posted a really interesting thought about Doge. I mean, my own theory on Doge is I think Elon, he loves the whole game. And once it's starting to get kind of dog season excitement, he will think about doing something with Twitter payments and stuff with Doge just for the hell of it, just because it irritates people. So I think he'll do that. But I think you're right. A lot of people have been investing in Doge. And the interesting theory around was that right now, if you're somebody coming from the outside world, you're hearing about all of these kind of meme coins. You look into it, you see there's like 50,000 of them. You haven't got a clue. So what do? You probably go to the old dog itself. That kind of makes sense, and it will capture a lot of attention. Also, you know, we forget that a lot of what's being traded is very kind of American slanted, like Zin, right? Nobody else in the world knows what Zin is. It's an American product. So really, you need something that's got universal appeal, and Doge has. And the other thing about Doge is they are trying to send this rocket ship to the moon and up into space, right? With Doge having the Doge Foundation having sponsored it. I mean, dog with hat. I mean, Ansem on Twitter has managed to raise 650 grand to take over the Sphere in Vegas to put dog with hat on it. But you know, the Doge Foundation is literally sending Doge to the moon, which is even more ludicrous. And so we haven't even hit this peak ridiculousness that's about to come. And also, don't forget, Solana's gone up a lot with the massive selling of the FTX estate. Now, I know that both Pantera and Brevin Howard set up SPVs, special purpose vehicles, to buy this stuff. I haven't heard the progress, but the way Solana seems to be trading now, it feels that, you know, you're at the tail end of that, and most of the supply has been taken off the market, which allows it to run quickly. And if you look at Solana as well, of the top 10 most active traded tokens, 8 of them are on Solana because of the meme coin craze. The meme coin thing is not surprising, and it follows a narrative arc. I did a film, it's on Netflix if anybody wants to look at it, called The New Americans Gaming a Revolution. And basically, it's about this whole thing. It started kind of with Occupy Wall Street and everybody thinking, well, what now? It morphs itself into GameStop, then the crypto craze, and now it's just gone straight into meme coins, which is like, nobody's even my Twitter pinned tweet is about this. It's like they don't want to play your game anymore. People are playing their own game, and they know it's stupid. They know that these things have no intrinsic value apart from culture, and culture is fleeting, yet they're going to do it.
The early stage of this cycle is glaringly apparent. The Bitcoin halving event hasn't even occurred yet, and we're far from reaching the peak FOMO period. Retail participation remains relatively subdued, as evidenced by the number of active investors on platforms like Coinbase and other exchanges. Currently, it's primarily institutional investors driving the market, capitalizing swiftly on opportunities. Additionally, macroeconomic conditions have yet to fully align. Once all these factors converge, we can expect prices to skyrocket. In his discussion with Scott, Powell emphasizes the monumental opportunity the cryptocurrency industry offers, a chance to break free from conventional systems and accumulate wealth beyond what traditional assets could ever facilitate. However, he also cautions against the pitfalls of leverage, warning of its potential to derail even the best-laid plans. Below are additional excerpts from the interview, shedding further light on these critical topics.
I cannot believe that we've been given this opportunity. I mean, basically all you have to do is buy Bitcoin down 80%, hold it, and it goes up 10x. I mean, it's like every 4 years like clockwork. I mean, it's bananas that we've been given this. It's like the morons trade. It's the easiest thing in the world. So this is the biggest macro opportunity we've ever been given, right? This is a wealth generating machine, and people need that break. They need that opportunity to unlock their future. And this is the big one. So, you know, it matters to me. We've all seen it. We've all up in various ways in the past. And we were, yeah, as you know, and this, you know, this time around, we've got to get it right. We've got to get it right. You know, I think I will be very unhappy if we leave people behind. Now, I know it's going to be terrible at the top and people are going to be pointing fingers at each other. You know, we've gone through that too. But generally, if we can get people up this curve safely in the best way they can, we're going to change people's lives. And I think that really matters. A friend of mine who I won't name, who you know as well, has been a professional trader his whole life, had taken leverage out in Solana, had a wick down. He lost $2 million of his position. And it's like, come on, you know better. We don't need to do this. The problem is again, at this point in the cycle, we all lose our minds. It's really hard not to. So you start thinking, well, Sol's probably only got an 8x to go and I want to make more money, right? And then you start doing dumb shit. And we've just got to not do that. And I know it's really hard. As you rightly say, doing nothing is the superpower here. You know, this is not the last cycle. This is not the end of the world. Just, you know, this is a longer game to be played, but just do that. And then when you can, maybe at the end of the year, take a bit of money off the table, cash in a few lifestyle chips, you can then run the rest. And you can run it into a bear market. I ran the entire bear market on purpose because I wanted to add through it and just stay with it. Because you don't know how it's going to go. Is the next time around, is it going to go down 70% or is it going to go down 50%? You've no idea. So the best thing is set your time horizon, take some lifestyle chips off the table at some point, and then you can take all the risk you want. I've been thinking through this a lot and seeing this. It's a left translated cycle, which is a fancy term for saying it's going to be short and sweet. I don't see any reason why that should be the case, why this whole liquidity cycle has changed. I mean, the governments aren't changing the debt maturity. Nothing seems to be changing. Therefore, I think the shifting probability is this ends up being a full bubble.
That's
Something
right.
like 2013, you even get that double pump, which is the hardest thing in the world to trade, right? You think it's over because it's done a massive move. It corrects 50% and then rockets up. I don't know what it did, another 10x or something stupid in 2017. These markets are tricky. They're very tricky to deal with looking for tops. One thing I do know is people talk about, Coinbase being number one in the App Store. That doesn't make sense because they've already got 110 million accounts set up. It's the number of active accounts. I think you have to go to the Coinbase kind of quarterly statement and just see how many active accounts, because at the low, I think they got down to about 9 million out of 110. Let's talk again when we're at 50 million active accounts, and then we can say, it's probably pretty frothy.
The cryptocurrency segment of the equation is progressing remarkably well, surpassing expectations. BlackRock's SIBIT and other spot Bitcoin ETFs are performing exceptionally, maintaining strong flows even after 2 months of trading. They rank among the top 5 ETFs, alongside established giants like VO. Even the least performing spot Bitcoin ETF is among the top 20. Last week, during testimony before a House committee, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell expressed optimism regarding a further drop in inflation towards the FOMC's 2% target, anticipating rate cuts by June. Such a move would alleviate liquidity conditions globally, as other central banks are likely to follow suit. This, in turn, is expected to drive cryptocurrency asset prices further during the ongoing bull market. Share your thoughts and observations on Raoul Pal's video in the comments section below. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.